to ask you about what we heard and saw today in the courtroom. And pardon me, I'm bringing up the deposition, not asking for it. What is the power? Talk about that video and what impression you hope that created with the jury.
Well, I mean, we didn't want it to necessarily create an impression. It was just relevant evidence that where the complainant, Robert Middleton, identified the perpetrator of this act. That's why we're here. We're not here to try to stir somebody's emotions. We're going to stick to what the evidence is going to show in our effort to prove this case.
It is not just the evidence about Rex, the testimony about another boy. It's not, you're trying to basically, in essence, prove that this was not the suspect.
Well, I mean, it's our job to rebut any potential defensive theories, and that could possibly be one of them. We don't know, but our focus is on proving guilt on the case that we filed, and nothing more. So today, basically, you had to tell us what you did today in the court, if you could. You presented the deposition. What were you trying to establish? We established we put on a bunch of witnesses this morning that provided an alibi for an individual named Rex, who was eliminated very early on as a possible suspect in this case.
And also the deposition, if you get into that, what you played there. Could you talk about that?
Well, it was very moving and very sad. And the main reason we offered it was not for those reasons, but because our complainant, who has now passed away, identified the person that did this to him. And that's why.
Was he ever asked why he originally said Rex? Do you know if that was ever?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Okay.
He wouldn't have known anyway.
Right.
I mean, he was lit on fire.
And Mom testified he was delirious, too.
His mother testified to that yesterday, yes.
Very good. Very good.
Scott?
Thank you, sir. All right.
All right. Thanks.
Hey, Ruff, kind of give me a rundown today. So, what's going on so far today in the trial?
We put on 3 witnesses today, Scott, that the defendant made admissions to. One of them the night this happened, as well as 2 individuals that were locked up with him in the juvenile facility back in 1998. So, in addition to that, we put on the main detective from the 98 case. He did an outstanding job, he discussed the leads and everything that they went through back in 98 in investigating this case, and the frustrations that they ran into dealing with uncooperative witnesses and some things that had gotten inadvertently destroyed 8 years later.
What about brought the one witness on this afternoon that she had some knowledge, basically she was there at the home at the time that Collins came back home.
She testified in open court that he admitted to doing it that day, that he had lit Robbie on fire and tied him to a tree. She was very brave to hold up through cross-examination, and she brought forth a lot of information that just goes to show just how terrible this whole case was.
What are we looking at tomorrow?
We're going to call the main lead detective and see where it takes us after that. We have some other people that were locked up with him back in '98 that we may or may not call.
What about the 911 tape? I mean,
it was very powerful, very sad. Knowing what Colleen Middleton what was going through her mind in the initial shock of realizing that her son had been badly burned.
This is before cell phones, so she's on the home phone a block away from this whole scene.
It was before cell phones. It was before DVDs. I mean, it was a 911 tape, literally. I mean, Kelly had to find a cassette recorder for us to even play it in front of the jury. I mean, she was calling from a landline, and there were no cell phones, and it was that long ago. But the memories for something like this will never fade. So,
basically it's word of mouth. I mean, you could hear them hollering back and forth. How's he doing such as this?
Well, I couldn't imagine being out there seeing that young man go through what he did, and how that family has held up over all the years is beyond me. It's amazing.